Hello, and welcome to the Crystal Lightworkers podcast to aid spirituality and well-being using crystals. My name is Jackie Winters, and I am the founder of the British Academy of Crystal Healing. Today, I would like to talk to you about raising the collective consciousness and being in service. So, if you are into crystals or Reiki, then you may have had what some people term as a calling to do this work. This does not mean that you must rush out into the world and try to heal everyone and everything, because everyone and everything is responsible for their own well being and healing. This planet is multidimensional, offering experiences of all frequencies to all souls who inhabit form. Now, the arrogance of the human mind can sometimes believe that we are somehow superior to the events, the happenings, and the diseases that can be experienced on Earth. However, when you delve into energy medicine, you begin to get a glimpse into the purpose behind everything, how vibrations create reality, how mindsets induce emotional vibrations, how the subconscious mind interacts with the reality you are experiencing, and how everything is connected. We are living in an energetic sea of consciousness, everything having an impact on everything. At the Academy, we like to help you really understand energy medicine, or as the shamans say, the medicine of the soul. When using crystals, you can bring the salve of forgiveness to a broken heart and repair physical and emotional aspects of the condition. So let's look at this in a little bit more detail. So let's say when someone has a physical heart attack, modern medicine doesn't always sit you down and delve into the root cause of the condition. That person may have a broken heart. It may be someone who has been grieving. It may be somebody who has grieved, someone who has been emotionally scarred, or maybe someone who has a lack of love for themselves, or someone who just doesn't know how to love. It can be too easy as a therapist to suggest that a client goes away and tries to learn to love themselves. But if that person does not know love, has never had to self-love, maybe they have been fortunate enough to have some parents who have doted on them and they were never taught how to self-love, then that is like asking a blind man to go out and see the world. So, if you're a therapist and you would like to get crystals involved in people's healing, then you're in the right place. With the correct use and placement of crystals, you can trigger an energetic internal charge that will stimulate the feeling that that person is trying to get. Now, you may need more than one crystal. It's not as simple as just pick one crystal up and, one crystal fits all. There are lots of different vibrations coming from the crystals. And you may need more than one healing session until the vibration becomes well established within the energy field of the recipient. But as the feeling or charge enters a neurological system, then it opens the pathways in the body to the heart and restores the correct vibrational frequency, enabling the body, the emotions, and the mind to heal. It is also important to not have any preconceived ideas on how that self-love will be established within the field, because as with the blind man, there is more than one way to see. Perception of the world may be what his soul is looking for and not necessarily the physical seeing. I hope this is making some sort of sense to you, because when teaching energy medicine, I feel it is really important that as a therapist, you can marry the two worlds, science and spirituality. So I do take time to explain things to you in simple terms so that you can stand equally in the professional world and be taken seriously as a competent energy medicine practitioner. In fact, That's what started me off in the first place to write this course, was the fact that when I started using crystals, many people thought of it as voodoo, or well, they were nervous of it or afraid of it, or people thought it was hippie, or what, a crystal can heal you. um, so I wanted to try and understand the science behind it, to be able to communicate with these people and explain how and what is happening in the body. And then I decided to sit down and write this diploma. I did call on the energy world, the light beings, and asked them to help me write it. And here we are today. The Academy has been established since 2004, and I am beyond grateful that I've had help from the consciousness of the crystals to bring this into mainstream. Many students enroll on the diploma for various reasons, but quite a lot of them come to me because they've had enough of their day to day job and they're looking for a profession that not only brings financial rewards but spiritual gratification too. There's nothing better than the feeling that you have when you have made a difference in someone's world. Oh, it lights you up and it makes you feel sensational. Now, this energy within you is actually giving you life, not draining you. And at the end of the day, you leave work feeling good. You will leave work feeling that you've made a difference in the world and that you have a purpose and that life is good. So, if you think about marrying the financial aspect with the spiritual aspect, then you're in the right job. Because if you really enjoy working with the crystals or Reiki and you really enjoy helping people, isn't it time that you got paid for it as well? And brought everything into mainstream because you really understand it and you know what you're doing. Times are changing and they're changing fast because we've recently just seen how the world can literally change overnight. I remember that when COVID struck, how it seemed to happen just instantaneously. One day life was normal, although I have to say I don't think my life has ever been what you would term normal, but maybe that's for another podcast. And then boom, we are all in lockdown. People are now recognizing how important it is to use self care and how alternative medicine is now finding its footing within the Western world. Authentic healers and those who understand their craft are making huge leaps within the well-being sector. But you must remember that there are also those who want a quick fix and do not truly understand crystals and their craft, because I do see it as an art. And I do see that some people really understand it and have far more beneficial results. Now, it doesn't mean that the crystals aren't working for those that haven't got the experience that you have, but when you have a lot of experience behind you and a good understanding of what you're doing, you're going to make a big difference. I've been using crystals for many, many years and I'm still being blown away by the things that I'm learning. I do have a thirst for knowledge and I am delighted that I am constantly learning, so even now, evolving and growing as a person, as a tutor, and as a guide. So when I decided to write the diploma and submit it, the academy was opened back in 2004. So we've been well established for quite a few years now. I included 44 syllabus crystals. And I did so because I wanted to help those that came on the course really get a good connection with them and feel how their personality, okay, vibration, but it is a personality, impacts on their energy field. So there are lots and lots of crystals out there, but we do on the Academy just limit it to 44 so you get a really good, solid understanding of what them 44 crystals can do and how to use them. We also look at JSJ, which is a shortened term for Jin Shin Jitsu, which is an ancient art of energy healing which addresses how attitude gets trapped in certain areas of the body and restricts the vital life force. So, by placing crystals on the correct energy lock, we'll free up the attitude, improve the quality of life, and avoid self sabotage. So let me offer you an example. Okay, so energy lock 15. There are 26 energy locks within the body. That's why I'm getting a little bit confused here. There are 26 energy locks within the body. So there are 26 attitudes that can make a difference in your body and get trapped in your body. So let's look at energy lock 15, for example. It's located in the groin, and it is termed in JSJ as wash our hearts with laughter, and associated with the attitude of being too serious. So, if people are too serious and have forgotten how to laugh, relax, go with the flow of life, this lock will restrict energy flowing down the legs and up from the earth into the body, into the torso. So, by placing crystals on this lock, it will massively benefit abdominal and leg tensions or stress. It works exceptionally well for the hips, anybody who has problems with the hips, the knees, the feet, and disharmonies that include bloating, stress, and tension that's carried around the mid range of the body. So, within the diploma, we also address the shamanic principles. Shamanism is something that's really close to my heart because it's not actually a religion, it's a way of life. And a shaman is a person who has a lot of respect and gratitude for all forms of life on the planet. They also have a really good connection to Mother Earth, and they hear and connect to the soul aspect of any form and its ancestry, and they hear the wisdom of that form through their heart. Now, we will show you how to get connected in that manner. Now, why would you want to connect to the ancestry? Okay, so a lot of us are carrying genetic, inherited conditions and attitudes. So, if a shaman can tap into that energy through an altered state of awareness and find what the ancestral lineage is, they can better often offer a good solution to a condition that's manifested. Another thing that shamans can do is they hold space. So if you not familiar with the term holding space, then basically what it is helping you to find that vibration that is most conducive to energy healing. And it is the point of no mind, no emotion, just a pure spirit awareness, purity. You need to keep awareness with it. Obviously, some people will fall asleep in it. And the scientific term for this is 0 point polarity. 0 point polarity, the point of nothingness, no thought, no feelings, just pure awareness of the moment. It's quite easy to connect to it. And when you understand why you connect to it and how to do it and what to do, then it really does help in the healing experience. So we develop your ability to communicate via sensation. So when the crystals are sending sensations into your body, they don't actually talk to you. They send sensations into your body, which your neurological system picks up, and you have to interpret them sensations. So we help you develop your extrasensory perception, your ability to become what some people term psychic. And really, it's just somebody who is capable of having a heightened sense of an existing ability. We explore the chakras so that you understand the chakras, but we also bring in light frequencies and what the rays of light are capable of doing for you in your body and how they're affecting you. We help you to understand the natural healing process. We play a lot because play is a light-hearted way of connecting to the energy of the crystals and helps to move the energy more freely through the body and more freely through you. We use dowsers. Other topics that we look into are basic geology, spiritual laws, mandalas, subtle anatomy. That means not the physical anatomy, but other things that are in your energy field that are affecting your physical body. We look at making crystal grids. We use sacred geometry. We help you to understand the language of symbols and the vibrations these symbols will do in your energy field. We help you to work with wands. We do time traveling. Time on its own is a topic that we could do a full course on, but time travel to meet your ancestors energetically and to understand certain conditions or experiences that you are going through. We also address the scientific perspective so that you can communicate with those that are scientifically minded or those that really want to understand what is happening with the crystals on a scientific level rather than addressing just the spiritual level. Now, some people do the diploma for their own personal growth, which is fine. They come on and they choose to explore everything that we've just spoken about, and they do so for their own personal benefit, and that's absolutely fine. And when you do that, you don't get any assignments, although the assignments do help you grow because the assignments really are about using the techniques we've discussed in class and seeing how they work on you. So, actually, the assignments are a really, really great, fun part of the course. For whatever reason, for taking the time to get to know the Crystal Kingdom, one thing I will guarantee is that you will make new friends. That the crystals will bring you comfort, love, strength, wisdom, power, personal power, courage, happiness. Well, the vibrations are never ending and the experiences are never ending. I get, text messages from students that were on 2 or 3 years ago on the course, and they're saying, wow, thank you for introducing me to the crystals. They're still having such an impact on my life. They're changing my life so much. You will start to realize that they are a nation in their own right, that Stone Nation, as the shamans call them, are beings or consciousness, life, that live in rocks and crystals. And the shamans revere Stone Nation and honor them and show them the respect they deserve. And these beings that live in crystals and stones, they're quite choosy who they speak to. So, uh, those people that are able to hear through their heart centered people, they're more likely to feel and understand and interpret the vibrations that the crystals are emitting. So, if you meet somebody who says, I can't feel anything and I don't get anything from the crystals, then maybe their hearts are a little bit closed because the crystals are emitting their frequency. And, because their heart is closed, then maybe they're not ready yet or they're not open enough to be able to feel the vibrations of the crystals. The crystals will lead you to meet your soul family, those who are here on earth and those that are still in the form of spirit energy. These people on earth, your soul family, will connect to the vibrations that you are emitting out into the collective consciousness, and they will find a way of entering into your life through synchronicity or coincidence, whatever word you want to use, but they will genuinely want the very, very best for you and will make that connection. So if you have ever felt that you don't always fit in here, maybe you need to reconnect to your spirit family and ask the crystals to help you. A recent student said to me that I had given her back her security in the world. Okay, I need to let you know here, it wasn't me, of course, it was the crystals. But she now felt as though she could relax more, knowing that her spirit and her soul family will always provide for her. But she had to find that vibration, that trust within her, because she was brought up with the lack mentality that she was like the blind man looking for something that she wasn't familiar with. Crystals such as prehnite, malachite, emerald, ruby, these are all good crystals to eliminate the lack mentality and aid an abundance of whatever it is you feel lacking in. It may not be finances, it may be love, you may be lacking in time. Whatever you're lacking in, then these crystals really will help you. But in my opinion, her connection through her heart with the beings of light was a true secret, knowing that we are not alone in this world, knowing that there is a consciousness in everything. And having the ability to hear and communicate with it is what made her feel secure. connecting to the trees, connecting to the rocks, the crystals, animal kingdom, the oceans. That made her feel secure because then she realized that the human race is not the only species on this planet that she can communicate with. So she now recognizes the importance of her own self care and takes regular time off work to recharge her own energy and still enjoys a very profitable lifestyle, one that the crystals bring to her. Her relaxed vibration, trust in the spirit world, communication with other realms of existence on this planet all helped her with the life force inside of her flow better and relax and allow things to come. So, if you feel the calling to join your spirit and soul family through the crystals, I would be honored to offer you guidance and love, be your cheerleader along your journey with the crystals, and help you reconnect with those who genuinely want the very, very best for you. By doing this work, you are not only changing your world, you are adding to the collective charge in that energetic soup that I spoke about earlier. Our world is just all interactive. We are all energy beings, some of us more solid than others. So, by spending time developing your knowledge and raising your energy and implementing change into your life, you are leaving a legacy behind you for others to live in a world of beauty, love, kindness, and harmony. Okay, so just to recap here, what does it mean to raise the collective consciousness? It means that the magnetic charge within the atmosphere around of us will be softer, kinder, and more palatable. Have you ever noticed how plants thrive when you are loving them and caring for them? Well, it's the same in the collective. When we are resonating in a field of love that is soft, kind, and loving, we are a species, and all the other species that share this space on Earth with us will thrive and become healthier. And what does it mean for you to become in service? It means that you will recognize the importance of your vibration within the world and how self care, self love, and unification with all forms of life is the key to establishing more harmony in this world. Not just your own personal world, but the whole world. However, the rewards will be that you will feel younger, you will have more energy, you'll laugh more, because you'll become more content, not worry about the small things, know that you will be provided for, and understand the importance of maintaining an open, loving heart. Did you know that if you write down the word earth over and over again, earth, 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 right next to each other, no gaps, you will see the word heart is in the middle of it. Food for thought. Okay, I will leave you now with a memory that was shared with me about an interaction with a gentle shaman. A plastic cup was left floating in a river, and with frustration, another man bent down and picked up the cup. The gentle shaman said, "Please, return the cup to the river. You are doing more damage to this planet by emitting your frustration into the atmosphere than that cup is doing in the river." Food for thought. Energy medicine. So powerful. So if you want to become an advocate for the crystals and join us on our next diploma, which is on the 8th of September 2022, or we have intakes twice a year, check out our website www.britishacademyofcrystalhealing.com. Yes, we've become .com instead of .co.uk. We are now starting to be worldwide. How exciting! Okay, so hopefully you will have gleaned something from what I have said today. We are here waiting to meet you. Have a great day, everyone, and thank you from my heart for listening and for doing this work. The world really, really does value what we are doing.